shit. Sup bitches? So hi! We're back! InRealLife is back! Do lunges, yeah! We set it up a little bit differently so that it's 2 people a week so we have time to like film our videos. I'm late already because I work a lot, but I'm here. I made it. So, my lighting is awful. God. Okay, so we're doing this alphabet theme that Nikki did A, I'm B, Cher's gonna be C, and Ashley's gonna be D. So, I had to pick a topic that started with a B to go with the alphabet theme. So I thought, what does everyone hate? It's a good thing to talk about that starts with a B. Boys. Who doesn't hate boys? Like, let's be honest. Like, boys hate boys, girls hate boys, parents hate boys, grandparents hate boys. Everyone hates boys. Everyone. If you know me, you know for a fact that I hate most males at this moment in my life. They ruined my life. So, I thought I would give you a few weird boy stories that have happened in my life because, for some reason, boys always put me in weird situations. So I thought I would share that. Boy story number 1, the awkward Bible study incident. So when I was 19, I got in a little bit of trouble because I bumped a parked car with my car in a Starbucks parking lot. Yeah. So when I couldn't find whose car it was, I went to go get my coffee and then I came back out and there was a man in a suit on the phone and a guy who worked at Chipotle who worked next door. He had his outfit on and everything. And it ended up being the Chipotle worker's car, and the man who was in the suit had seen me tap his car and had called the cops. The Chipotle guy's name is Norman, and he said there was no damage and he didn't know why the guy was calling the cops considering there was no damage, but he was happy that I was still around and I hadn't like run away or anything. So basically the cops showed up and was filling out a report. So me and Norman were just talking because we're just sitting there. Then the cop left for an emergency at the mall, which means somebody tried to steal something from Target or something. And he came back and finished the report. So me and Norman are just talking about life. And the topic of religion came up. I don't know why, but it did. And Norman ended up being a boy who started out not being religious and then ended up being very religious. So Norman asked me for my phone number. I just hate your car, dude. Don't know why you want to hang out or something. And then asked me if I was ever interested in going to a Bible club. And me being the very, very nice person that I am was like, yeah, I've never been to one. I used to go to church when I was little, but I only went there for kids club. Like, maybe one day, like, I'll go back. The next day, I got a phone call from a Stratford phone number. And they left a voicemail, and it was a female telling me that she was Norman's friend and that he wanted her to remind me that Bible club was on Wednesday. What? You asked me for my phone number, got my phone number, and then had your friend call me to invite me to Bible club. This shit only happens to me. Boy story number 2. Stalked from an oil change. I went to get my oil changed like a month ago, and I went to this place that's like family owned, and it was, you stay in your car and they go under your car and like open everything up, and they go in your hood and they change your oil, and they're just talking to you the entire time while you're in your car. Everyone was very, very friendly. The topic of me being a baby face came up, and they were all like, well, you look like maybe like 17. I was 21, like I'm 21 now. And they didn't believe me. They're like, wait, no, you're definitely not 21. I'm like, no, I'm not 17. No, I'm 21. I look 17. I know. I got mistaken for 12 on the flight to Florida, which was like 2 weeks before that. And they were like, no way, get out of the car. How tall are you? Like, why would they think you were 12? And I got out, and I was wearing these shoes that made me like 1.5 inches taller than I actually am. And they were like, you're not that bad. And I went, wait. And took my shoe off and like dropped to this instead of this. And they were like, oh, yeah, you are kind of short. And I was like, I'm average height for a female. Whatever. One of the workers that were there was my age and was just like, no, I'm your age, da da da. He was taller than me, he was talking to me, they were all like talking, they were all just talking to me. So I don't check Facebook very often. I check it like every 4 days because I really don't care about it. And I went on like the day after and saw that I had a friend request, and I was like, okay, who still uses this website? Okay. And it was the boy that was my age that changed my oil, adding me as a friend. And me being the nosy one I am, I was like, okay, I need to see what this kid wants. Like, what the hell? So I added him, And I went to message him and I was like, hey, you look familiar. How'd you even find me? And he went, your name was still up on the screen after you left. I hope you don't mind. So literally, he got my name off of my report and then went home and found me on Facebook and added me. So you stalked me through an oil change and then proceeded to hit on me and asked me to hang out with like a smirky face and all this other shit. And I'm just like, buddy, this is not how you get girls. Trust me. Yeah, this shit only happens to me. And boy story number 3, protective at the club. A year ago I went to a club with a few of my friends and it was a black light night and I wore like mint green lipstick to glow in the dark and all this other shit. And I'm the fun one out of my friend group. If any of them watch this, you know it's true. I am the fun one. No one ever like does anything at the club when I go with them. Like they like sit on Snapchat. Like I'm the one that dances and has fun. So this boy had found an interest in my friend Erica. Erica wasn't dancing, Erica wasn't drinking, Erica was just kind of standing there. But this boy thought she was very hot and would not leave her alone. And Erica at the time didn't know how the word no was pronounced, I guess. So she was like, and like would like kind of walk away, but like she wouldn't say anything to get him away from her. So I stepped in and was like, hey bud, do you mind not hitting on my girlfriend? And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, she's been dating me for 2 years. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want anything to do with you, so can you just back the fuck up? Very protective. Any of my friends watching, you know this. I'm a very protective friend. Don't mess with anyone that I care about, because I will fuck you up. So he like walked away for a little while, but then came back and gave her a drink. She pretended to drink it and just put it down and was like, He kept following her around. We went outside. He followed her outside. And I put my arm around her and I was like, can you please leave my girlfriend alone? And then he got into like this argument with me and was like, well, what if she likes it? And I was like, buddy, whose bed is she sleeping in tonight? Because I'm pretty sure it's not yours. And he was like, maybe she wants to sleep in mine. And I'm like, no, honey, no, she's mine. She's coming home with me. So he goes, what, do you have a dick or something? And I went, no, but I do really well for myself. Let's keep in mind that Asia is asexual and doesn't do anything of that sort, but it just came out. Erica looked at me like I had 3 heads. And I was just staring this guy down like, yeah, I just did a fingering like, yeah, I did that. I do really well for myself. That's the reason she's with me, bud. And like at that point, he kind of walked away for a little while. And then he came back again and was like trying to kiss her on the cheek. I would be the best girlfriend ever. I literally grabbed him by the face when he had gotten like this close to her, like that close. I grabbed him by the face and shoved him so hard and was like, leave her the fuck alone before I actually hurt you. And he gave me this horrible like death glare and then walked away and left her alone for the rest of the night. But Erica was like, we need to go home. I feel like he's actually gonna fight you. And I was like, I'll win. Ha! Yet again, this shit only happens to me. This is the shit that I do. Boys are weird. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed that InRealLife is back. I have to redo our theme song. I don't know if I should keep the same beat or if I should change it up a little bit. So I'm gonna work on that. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Stay rad, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. I haven't done this shit in forever. Hold on. Gotta stretch. Gotta stretch. Alright. Stay rad. Skidoo!